I just wanted to pop in here and just say a few things real quick. Plutolopi sweater is finished. It's lovely. I love it. I received a tip from my friend Patty, who owns Tuscan Rose, to soak this in water with hair conditioner in it. So I found some plain unscented hair conditioner, and I did put just a little bit. You don't have to put a whole lot because the tub is only, well, you saw how big everything was. It's probably 2-3 gallons of water. And I just put maybe, it was a hotel bottle half empty. I put maybe a tablespoon in there and swooshed it around and made sure it was dissolved. And then I immersed my sweater in there and let it soak for about 3 hours. I did not know this, but I always wondered, you know, after a couple hours, I noticed the sweater would start kind of floating on top. Well, that tells you that it is fully soaked full of water. And so then I kind of gently wrung it out. I didn't twist, I just squeeze. You squeeze this out because it's a natural fiber. It can felt. So you don't want that to happen. And I didn't want to mess up all my pretty stitch work because I spent a lot of time doing that. But I did roll it in a beach towel, and I gently rolled that up and I just pressed down on it. Mostly with my forearms here. I just would kind of press down on it. And I got a lot of water out. Once that was pretty saturated, that towel, I unrolled it, then I took it and I just laid it over these foam-like blocking boards that I have. Now, I did not pin this at all. I didn't want to. I just kind of laid it there, and I would roll it over every 12 to 24 hours. I would flip it. It took 5 full days for this to dry. And it's still, yesterday it was still just a little damp in the arms, but it has now, it's dry. So I love it. I do think the neck is maybe a little wider than what I would like, but in all truthfulness, I didn't want to just have a 2-inch ease. I wanted a little bit more, so I went one more size up, and I probably should have just stuck with the 2 inches of ease. It would have been fine. It'll still take 6 of the cakes to make it, but I'll probably come closer to using to the end of that 6 cakes as well. It doesn't have this kind of stitch work detail on it, but it does come way down. The stitch detail will take longer to make it. I'm looking forward to making that one. Now, what else do I want to say? I finished my grandson's sweater. You know, that was being blocked on the floor in the last video. And it is now sewn together. So here it is. I've got it upside down. Give me a minute. Here's the hoodie part of it. And then if you toss all that around, here's the whole sweater like that. You know, it's really pretty. So I traced all these pieces, and I'm going to make lining to line this with. So the hood and the body part will be lined in a flannel that's coming out of this closet over here. And the sleeves, I'm going to make that a little bit of slicker fabric because it's just nice to ease that arm right in there, ease that arm right out. Just makes it a lot easier to get those arms out if you have a slicker fabric. So I'm going to do them a little bit different. Now, that's put aside until I get in there and dig out a fabric. The other thing I finished was my older grandson, his chicken, that I'm going to stuff that and make him it's called the emotional support chicken if you're looking for the pattern. But this is a gag gift. He raises chickens, and I just thought it'd be funny. He has actually asked me for a scarf, so I'm going to wrap the scarf around the chicken's neck, you know, just. And then this jacket, I've done a lot of research for this jacket. Well, you know, I'm going to make it out of that faux cashmere knit from Joann's. I'm still a little bit, because the shirt turned out so poorly with that linen. Of course, the linen was not high-end linen. It was their cheaper-end linen, so explains that. But this was high-end fabric, so I'm going to hope that because it was high-end fabric, the weave will probably be tighter, and I won't have too much trouble with the stretching. That's what I want to try to avoid. Have a lot of great tips to share with you. I'm going to try some of these. You're going to see a few things where I'm going to test seams before I actually sew seams. and we'll see how all that goes, and hopefully you can get some really good tips if you were to choose to make something. I'm hoping mine is wearable when I get finished. I've been a little concerned. I also have a friend here that bought the same fabric. It's so funny. We just found out, and we've been comparing notes as to what to do, and she actually told me you don't want to use something that doesn't stretch. You need to use something that stretches. So after watching a couple of videos and actually doing some more research, it is highly recommended I use that interfacing that is made for knits. So that's what I'm going to do. That part is settled. I need to put a finish on my video, and I didn't. I just want you to know that when I reach 500 subscribers, I am going to do some kind of a drawing. And final notes is please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends to watch me. Hopefully this video has been somewhat educational. I know it's mostly about knitting, but next week will be about sewing, and I plan on releasing that video early in the week because I should have plenty of sewing time tomorrow and Monday. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I just need to stay home.